Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. I'm late, I'm sorry. Didn't realise we were so close to the start. Hello. Nick Douglas says, strangest start to a stream ever. 15 seconds. Right, this is my first run back. My first proper run back. I need to put my heart rate on as well. Bear with me. Oh dear. How funny. Right, heart rate is connected. There we go. We're all good. Look at that. Right on time. 7.7 kilometres an hour. I've joined Group C because I need to test how my legs are. Right, what have I missed? Amanda Allison is in the chat. Hello, Amanda. The running postie says it's busy in shed quarters. Amy Green is joining tonight. Good. Nice to see you, Amy. Anthony says, no, Stephen. Yeah. He will be there within the next 30 seconds. And I wasn't. Oh, well. I made it eventually. Oh, camera. We've got a camera that's not working. Is that right? We've got a camera that's not working. Hang on, let me just check that. I can see Clive Finnemore is running. Clive Finnemore is running. Let's see how he is. Fingers crossed you're all right, Clive. Right, need my mouse to work. So yeah, nice and steady in Group C tonight to get the legs working again. After, if any of you don't know, I did do 100 miles at the weekend. Yeah, one black screen. Yeah, I'm trying to fix it now, but I can't get my mouse to work. It definitely needs new batteries in the keyboard, because it's playing up on me a bit too much recently. Hope you're all well, by the way. Nice to have you here. Nice to see you all. Paul Deering's in the run as well. Hello, Paul. Nick Dumbleton, hi to you. So we've got Nick Dumbleton, Paul Deering, Amy Green, Amanda Allison, Clive Finnemore, all who I know. Is that Lisa McDonald up ahead? Probably not. I'm probably just making that up. Scarpi from Italy. Maseda from the UK as well. So 9 people in Group C tonight. Tina says, be very careful, Clive. Yep, agree with that. Right, let's try and get this camera that isn't working. Reset. Yeah, there it is. Okay, good. So I think all the cameras are working now. And up to 8 kilometres per hour. Yeah, I've got a tight hamstring, I can feel, so I just need to ease back into running. What day is it today? Wednesday, so yeah, I didn't run Monday or Tuesday. No, I didn't run Monday, did I? Because I just stood on the treadmill. Hello, Darren. So Darren is the running postie. He's doing Group A tonight. Yeah, I am not ready for Group A again. Not for a couple of weeks. I don't think we'll be doing Group A again. Anyway, Darren is doing Group A, and he's doing the Classic Quarter next week. Wow, that will be awesome, especially if the weather's nice. That will be lovely. Clive says, Stephen, how are you feeling? Feeling pretty good, actually, Clive. Thank you for asking. My left hamstring always feels a little bit tight after a 100 miler. I've got to know that over the years. So it is quite tight, but it will just ease off over the next week or two, and it'll be fine, he says confidently. So that's the only thing really, and I've been very tired, obviously, because we've missed a night's sleep. But so I've been recovering from that, and I'm okay. Feel like I've kind of vaguely got my system back to normal. Amanda, I signed up for the Oh, hang on a minute. I signed up for the Manchester Half on the 21st of May. A big group of Zwifters are joining, yes. So Manchester Half Marathon, and I think there's a 10K as well, Amanda. Lots of people are going out particularly from the ZLDR group. Lots of people going out to do that event in Manchester, which should be great fun. I signed up for it. I paid my money to enter, and now I can't do it because I'm going to Scotland for 9 days. So I'm going to miss it, unfortunately, which is really annoying, but never mind. So, I don't know, is anyone else running in Group B or Group C or Group D that I don't know about? Is Tina in Group D? I think she is, isn't she? Tina will be in Group D. We are gradually speeding up a little bit as the warm-up goes on. Oh look, now that camera's missing. It's very strange. Why is that camera not there? Honestly, I go away for the weekend and all hell breaks loose. Oh yeah, Anthony says you obviously got your screen and tablet back, Clive. So if you hadn't heard this, Clive's wife and children stole all his equipment from his Zwift room whilst he was recovering from his broken rib. And he's had to scrounge to get them back, I think. He says, Thorin says, oh no, new camera down. Yeah, I don't know why that camera disappeared, because all the cameras are working, but it just didn't appear on that one. I don't know why. Right, I seem to have fallen behind everyone again. Let me just speed up and see if I can just catch a few people up. Amanda and Clive are about 4 seconds ahead. It's Lee McDonald, isn't it? Lee McDonald is a bit further ahead as well, with Paul and Amy. And then we've got somebody new. Herring has joined the group from South Africa. Just started. So he's a kilometre behind the rest of us. Oh no, I don't believe it. Clive actually had to buy another Apple TV unit. The kids have nicked his Apple TV. That is not fair, Clive, is it? Right, we are going to do a couple of strides. 100-metre strides coming up now. Let's see how this feels, says Clive. There we go, there's the first one done. Back down to 8.4. Paul Hayward says, Clive, that was an expensive injury. Thankfully, Apple TV is not as expensive as buying a whole new computer. So, just be thankful they didn't nick your laptop or something. It is very warm in shed quarters today, 25.8 degrees Celsius, 25.8 in shed quarters. Amy Green says she's boiling up in Nottingham. Clive had very light discomfort during that stride, so that's a good sign. You can run with very light discomfort. your bones are healing okay. So Clive will be back on the MHG Club on Friday, and back on with the Film My Run 500 tomorrow. I'm sorry I missed yesterday. I just needed a day to recover, really. So there was no live stream yesterday. Amy Green's got the fan on already. Tina says it's 19.3, but it feels hotter where she is. So we'll be back on tomorrow. We'll definitely do the Film My Run 500 in the morning with Noble Pro. And then we've got Bag That Badge tomorrow evening. So we're back to it now. I feel like this run this evening will just stretch those legs out, loosen them up a bit, and we'll be able to run again tomorrow. Anthony says the weather has been good here all day, blue sky and sunshine. Yeah, pretty much here as well. We did have a bit of a downpour this morning for about 20 minutes. It rained. Paul Hayward says they've got horrible weather there. Clive says the laptop hasn't been used for nearly 4 weeks. Let's see what technical issues we have on Friday's stream. Now, right, what's happened here? What's going on there? Full cam 4 has not appeared. It's all dark. What is that? Let me just investigate that problem. Oh, we're in the middle of a stride. That's not good. Oh, no, wrong one. Ah, okay. Right, I've sorted the problem. I've sourced the problem. Think? Is that working? Bear with me, I'm trying to sort out some technical issues. Surprise, surprise. Yeah. Tina says we've been up to Golden Cap today. Amy's going to miss tomorrow evening. My girls have a gymnastics show. Oh, good luck to your girls for that. Right. I think I've sorted those issues with the camera not appearing. So you need to save that now, so it doesn't happen next time. Is that Clive asking Tina if she's enjoying using the Garmin heart rate monitor? Oh yes, she says very much, Clive, yes. It's just very nice to have a heart rate monitor that just works, isn't it? Heather, good evening to you. Hope you're well. How are you? This is my third time of wearing it, she says Tina about the heart rate monitor. Oh no, that's Clive. He says it's my third time of wearing it, because when he bought it, he then broke his rib, so he hasn't been running. Okay, so here we go with 4 times 600 metres at 11 kph, with a 400 metre rest after each. And Tina is actually feeling better. Tina's been poorly for quite a while actually now, but she is starting to recover. Body battery on the Garmin is improving. Good stuff. I always tend to look at my HRV status now, and my HRV status is currently low because obviously I missed a whole night's sleep with the run at the weekend. So HRV status is not good at the moment. It needs to improve, but I tend to look at that now as my kind of marker of whether I am fit and healthy. Heather is currently up north, waiting for the removal men to deliver the treadmill to the new house. It is nail biting. Will it arrive in one piece? Will it still work? Oh my goodness, fingers crossed. Tina says my HRV status went up drastically last week. Well, that is a good sign. So we're in our first set. 11 kilometres per hour. Keeping bouncing along. The recovery, as you all know, I'm sure, is not really much of a recovery. We don't slow down very much at all. Yeah, Heather, are you expecting this treadmill to arrive today? Then that's the plan, is it? I mean, if it arrives in time, you could join us for the end of this run. Heart rate 151 already for Clive in Group C. So Clive's lost a little bit of fitness. 170 for Amanda, 155 for Amy. Well done, guys. $135 for Tina. Nice one, Tina. Heather is moving into a new build house, so at the moment we have no flooring, but we have a mattress on the floor and a treadmill en route. Everything you need, really. Yes. I mean, what else could you? Maybe a kettle. Maybe a kettle to heat your pot, the water for your pot noodle. That's all you need. Oh, and perhaps a fork to eat your pot noodle. So a mattress to sleep on, a treadmill to run on, a kettle to boil the hot water for your pot noodle, and a fork to eat your pot noodle. That is all that you need, ever, for any situation. Right, we are now in recovery, active recovery. One done. One rep done. Oh, Clive thinks it should be a spork rather than a fork. Well, I suppose so, because you do have the juice at the end that you need to scoop up. But I suppose you could just tip that into your mouth. Nick Dumbleton says, wow, it's actually let me give you a ride on during a workout. Did you unblock me? No, Nick, no, I don't remember unblocking you. I need to investigate that. Why has it allowed you to do that? That's good news. I don't know. I've done nothing. I mean, yeah, one of those weird things. Maybe they've just dealt with a bug or something since the last update. Heather says, I've never really got to grips with a spork. Was the pun intended there? Never really got to grips with a spork. Oh, Anthony says, now we're getting into serious kind of accumulation of wealth territory. He says, what about a cup or a mug for your tea or coffee? Well, I suppose so. But maybe you could just make your tea or coffee in the empty hot noodle pot after you've finished your pot noodle. This is just getting silly. We've nearly done 3 kilometres, look. And we're about to speed up again for our second rep in Group C this evening of the Wednesday workout. Amy Green's going super speedy with Nick Dumbleton and Paul Deering up ahead there. They're already a minute and a half ahead of us. Me and Clive are sticking to the instructions as written. I think Amanda is as well. Amy, Nick and Paul are just going AWOL. Heather says, how's it feeling? Not Group A. No way. Not ready for Group A yet. Amy says, it's all this outside running. It's getting her overexcited. And she's speeding away. We've told you it's dangerous, Amy. Keep away from the outside. Amy is going to come and join us in Suffolk next month for the Backyard Ultra. So if anybody else wants to sign up, the minimum you have to do is 1 loop. You can tap out after 1 loop if you want to, and it's only 4 miles. So if you want to come and run in Suffolk, I won't be running, but I will be doing social media for the company, Challenge Running, and Victoria will be there working with me, and Amy Green will be running, and we will also be crewing Amy Green, providing her with sustenance. Basically, to be honest with you, I'm just going to pack about 17 pot noodles. She can have a pot noodle every lap. Bombay hot pot noodle every lap. That'll keep her moving. In more ways than one. So if you fancy it, the Suffolk Backyard Ultra. Amy, what date is it? I can't remember the date now. So Suffolk Backyard Ultra is on the 3rd of June. So if you want to come and do a minimum of 4 miles, but you can do as many laps as you want. There is no winner. Well, no, there is one winner. And that's the person who does the most loops. And you just keep going until there's only one person left. Until everyone else has dropped out. Because they're too tired. They've done enough. And then we have one winner. Last year, the winning distance was, I think that was 41 loops. But we have, the year before that, we went up to 81 loops, which is well over 300 miles, the winner. But you can drop out whenever you like, so it's quite a fun weekend, especially if the weather's nice. Right, we're coming to the end of, here we go, the end of the second one. Drop our speed back down. Amy says she's going to do 42 loops. One more than everybody else. Amy, just aim to do one more loop than everybody else. That's all you have to do. You don't need to do them fast. You just have to do them within 1 hour. As long as you do it within 1 hour, you can go and do the next one. And just keep doing them. Over and over again. Victoria managed 16 last year when she did it. Which is, I think that was 66 miles. I have never done one. Amy says she's just going to do her best, which is all you can do. Yeah, I can't talk, because I have never done a backyard ultra. Never even started one. So, don't look for me. Don't look to me for advice. Amanda, have you decided whether you're coming to Beachy Head yet? And are you going to sign up for the Backyard Ultra as well? Anyone else interested in the Backyard Ultra in Suffolk? Come on, you know you want to. Paul Deering, you're not too far away from there. Come on. You and Debbie, get yourselves down to Suffolk. Come and join us. Just do a couple of laps and then we can eat pizza for the rest of the time. Amanda says, no chance of me doing a Backyard Ultra. You sound like me, Amanda. I say exactly the same thing. Anthony says, I watched a video this morning of the Thames Path race that we did. A guy called The Running Cafe. It's Craig. Yes, I know Craig. He wasn't impressed with all the mud. He didn't finish, dropped out at about 80 odd miles. Yes, I saw that video as well. Yeah. That's the second time, in fact, that Craig has attempted the Thames Path 100. He didn't finish it last year, and he didn't finish it this year. But I've had a chat to him. He's determined to come back next year. But he has done a 100 miler. He did arguably a more difficult 100 miler. He finished the North Downs Way 100. So he can do that distance. I think it's just too tempting with the Thames Path 100 to go out too fast. And I think he admits that's basically what he did, was he went out a bit too quickly in both Thames Path races that he's done. So he's learning. My video of the Thames Path will be out in the next couple of days, I think. I am just getting to the end of the edit, so it's nearly ready. But yeah, Craig's a nice guy, does some nice little videos. Amanda says, regarding not doing a Backyard Ultra, she says, I think I'll just stick to training for Mont Blanc. Yeah, like that's easier. Come on, Amanda. Oh yeah, I'll just do something easy. I'll just do something easy like Mont Blanc Marathon. Amanda, you can just do one lap of the Backyard Ultra and then finish 4 miles. You still run it. So we're on our third rep now. We are 4.5 kilometres in, with 3.5 to go. That could be it, Nick. Nick says it might be that he can give me a ride on because we're running in the same group. And that may oh no, no camera again. That may never have happened before, so... Yes. I think you're probably right, Nick. I think that's what it is. Right, let me sort this camera out again. I'm confused about my cameras, why they're not working today for some reason. Right, I've tried to fix it again. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're on our cool down from on number 3. Not cool down, active recovery. We'll get moving again shortly. 225 metres. Wise has joined us as well now. We've got quite a big British contingent tonight. Lots of Brits running the Wednesday workout in Group C this evening. And a South African and a Frenchman. And we did have an Italian, but I can't see him anymore. Too far ahead. That's not what we want. Let's see if we can get the camera angles working as well. Right, away we go with number 4. Amanda says, how are you feeling, Clive? He says, very good, nothing scary going on, which is a good sign. Yep. It sounds like you're on the mend, Clive. There's Clive just jogging along behind me, testing out his rib cage. We have 3 kilometres left, less than 3 kilometres left. There's Paul Deering, and there's Lee McDonald, and there's Herring from South Africa, there's Scarpi from Italy, Garcia is in Group B, Weber is in Group A but not moving, Gifanti is in Group B, Maseda from the UK is in Group C. Thomas from South Africa is in Group B. Well done, everyone. CAS from Italy is there. There's Tina Beard. Well done, Tina. And Jackie Ramos is also in Group D. Well done, Jackie. So I think I've given ride-ons to everyone now. Let's just check. Oh no, Amy Green, Nick Dumbleton, Wise there, Amanda. Oh, I missed loads of people out. There we go. Ride-ons given, and we have 150 metres till we can cool down again. Yeah, you've probably just not used it, and it's just got a bit hot in the heat, sticky, and stuck to the treadmill. The belt is stuck to the deck. It's like a car, I think. The Myron particularly, because you don't lubricate it. It's self-lubricating, and I think you do need to use it regularly to keep it in trim. Here we go. Another little rest period. And then we've got one more left, slightly faster, at 11.4 kph to finish off our Group C Wednesday workout. And it's been lovely to be in the company of Paul and Nick and Amy, Amanda, Clive, Jackie, Tina, Lee McDonald as well, and Wise that I don't know. My left hamstring has already eased up a little bit, although it's bound to get tight again tonight. It does take usually a couple of weeks for me to not feel that hamstring so much. I'm sure it's got something to do with my sciatica that I had about 10 years ago. I'm sure my left leg is not as strong as my right. Running postie in Group A, as he's got to go 15.5 now. Yeah, that's the thing about Group A, is you've got to push it. Go on, see if you can go to 16 for the last one. Darren, see if you can do 16 for the last one. I promise the next time I do Group A, I'll try and go to 16 at the last one as well. There's no way I could do Group A tonight. Not a chance. Clive says, how's Victoria? Hope she's recovering okay. Yes, she's fine. I think she doesn't want to run for a little bit. I think she wants to firstly bask in the glory of her finish. Secondly, recover. Thirdly, mentally just check out for a bit. I think she just wants to kind of mentally get away in her head and, you know, check out from it all for a little bit. It was been a big stress the past 6 weeks with Paris Marathon, Boston Marathon, London Marathon, and then this 100 miler that she also didn't want people to know that she was doing it, because she felt that she had even more stress on her or even more pressure on her. So I think she just wants to kind of get that all behind her now, and then focus on the next thing when she's ready. Darren is done. Well done, Darren. Good work. So Darren has finished Group A. So we're just to give you an idea of how much faster Group A is. The speedy guys. 11.5 is what we're doing. And Darren has just done 15.5. So well done, Darren. Thank you, Heather. Heather says Victoria is amazing. What an inspiration. So in the next couple of days, I will have the video ready, which basically is as much as I can focusing on Victoria's first 100 miler. Oh, Heather, get away with you. You make me blush. Right, 6.3 kilometres in. Just over a mile left to run of Wednesday workout in Group C tonight. Yeah, Clive says time to reset for Victoria. Yes, basically. Really grateful and thankful that her injury didn't flare up at all. She was really worried about this tendon strain in her leg. But when it came to it, she didn't feel it at all. So that was really good. Okay, Darren is still running actually. He's got one left. I don't know why I thought he'd finished. Oh, he'd done that last one. I see. Done just means done the last one. So he's got one more to go. I dare you to do it at 16, Darren. Go on, do it at 16. Amy says Victoria has been doing some amazing things. Yeah, very proud of her. Right, chill out time now. Down to 10.6 for 400 metres, and then it's a kilometre of cool down. And that'll be our Wednesday workout done. Nice work, everyone, says Tina. Nice work, everyone. Well done, everyone. Good work, says Clive. Just trying to tell myself to drop my shoulders. Still quite tight in my neck. So when you run for 24 hours or so, I find that my shoulders and my neck get quite stiff after a while. Have to take painkillers to loosen them off. It's because my running form actually isn't very good. As Jonathan Cost will tell you. My running form is not actually great, and I do tend to hunch my shoulders up a lot. And when you're running like that for 24 hours, you do tend to get quite a lot of pain in your neck. And I'm just feeling that tonight a little bit. I just need to try and drop my shoulders. So if you tend to bunch your shoulders up, yeah, just consciously drop them down. Amy says, well done everyone, great running. And we're just approaching the cool down now. So 1 kilometre of really relaxed, chill out, and then we'll be done. We can go and have a bath or a shower and get out of this humidity. 24 degrees in shed quarters this evening on the AGMT. And there we are. Down to 8.8. Well done all, says Amanda. 16.6 degrees in the Cornish garage for Clive. I don't know why it's so hot in here then. I'm going to catch up to Amanda and poke her in the arm. Come on, Clive, let's annoy Amanda. Well, you've done the hard work now, Amanda. We can just annoy you now. I'm catching you up. Don't you speed up. There we go. Amanda has no energy to speed up. She's just going to have to put up with us annoying her. So what we want is, you know, one of those buttons where you can wave. What we want is a button that you can just poke somebody with. Heather says, good work, runners. Thank you, Heather. So, Heather, I hope your treadmill arrives intact and working so you can get back to running with us. We're going to have a hot summer. A high five. Oh, all right, I'll give you a high five. Facebook used to allow you to poke people. Yes, says Clive. And Tina says, that's the best I've felt running for weeks. That is really good news, Tina. Fantastic. So fingers crossed you are now on the mend. That's great. Yeah, Amy says that's great, Tina. Heather, fantastic news, Tina. Paul Deering says, thanks everyone, enjoyed that. And Clive bravely says, I'll see you tomorrow for the Film My Run 500. Paul Hayward reckons Tina's recovery is due to the spinach sandwiches. And we're nearly done here. Thank you very much everybody for joining. Amanda's not going to be able to make the Film My Run 500 tomorrow, last day before uni submission, and of course she is behind in her work. She's been out drinking all weekend, just not settling down and doing her work. Out with the lads, with the girls, partying the night away. No time for university work, and it comes to the last day before submission, and Amanda refuses to do the Film My Run 500 because she's been doing too much partying and she has to actually knuckle down and do some work on the last day. Typical teenager. Tina's now addicted to spinach sandwiches, apparently. So what is it with spinach sandwiches, then? I'm going to have to try some now. I would have them with cheese. I would have them with, like, soft cheese or something. Philadelphia and spinach. Would that work? I don't know if that would work or not. Thank you, Clive. Just over 200 metres to go. It's been lovely to join Group C tonight. Well done to everyone in Group C, but also in Group B, and Darren in Group A, and I think there was somebody else I saw in Group A. Amanda says, great to see you back running, Clive. Tina has salad cream with her spinach sandwiches. Have it on good authority from Lucy that Clive has been an absolute nightmare to live with for the past couple of weeks. Miserable as sin, grumpy, lazy, just lying in his bed, crying, moaning that he can't get on the treadmill, moaning that he can't get to sleep at night. It has been... I mean, to be honest, the number of phone calls I've had from Lucy with her crying down the phone, saying, I just don't think I can cope anymore. But hopefully we're all back on track now. Everything's okay. Clive is running again and the world is right again. Amy says, see you soon. Thank you, Amy. Take care. Have a great evening, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, whatever you're doing. I'll see you at 11:35 tomorrow morning for the Film My Run 500, or bag that badge tomorrow evening. We are done. See that camera? Look at that camera not working. Oh, now it's working. It's very odd. Some very strange things going on with the cameras tonight. Right, we're done. I am not going to hang around. I'm going to say well done to everyone. Thank you for commenting. In-game, chat in-game and chat on the live stream. YouTube mainly. I think we had a little bit from Facebook earlier, I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, thank you if you watched. Thank you if you took part. Well done. and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Anthony says bye-bye. Darren says take care, Clive, and cheers, everyone, from Darren. Clive has no weeds in his garden. Amanda says enjoy your evenings. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.